Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you. And welcome back to the beta plan, playing Planescape Torment once again. And last time we left off, this lady wanted to talk to me, even though she currently does only drunken laughter, but still. Let's talk to her. The smell of alcohol wafts heavily from this young woman, and despite her dark skin, you can see that her face, beautiful but cruel looking, is flushed. She is slender but well muscled, adorned in exotic jewelry and translucent silk clothing. Why? That doesn't sound like an armor of someone that's whatever. Numerous scars crisscross her thighs and forearms. They look to be from battle wounds. Yeah, perhaps you should wear normal armor, lady. Greetings. Well, what have we here? A little thieving gutter queen come crawling out of the hive. The woman pouts and talking as one would to a small child. Are you lost, little tiefling? Oh, look! It has a tail! How cute. Anna flushes and with a snarl blades sprout from her fists. You know, she gets her punching daggers. She's not Wolverine, but no. No, Fiend King, don't do that. The woman seems unconcerned as Anna draws her weapons and clucks disapproving with her tongue. Careful now, or I'll remove that tail of yours and feed it to my dogs. Young Sahava for you? Could it be you? Says Fall from Grace. The young woman appears confused for a moment and recognizes Fall from Grace. She seems startled and abashed. Mistress Grace, I had not noticed you. Only shamefully do I admit this, for your noble appearance would be obvious to even a dullard. Well, let Grace continue to speak, that's interesting. Fall from Grace gives the barest of nods. Your words are most skillfully chosen, unlike those heard so recently. She seems shamed. Yes, mistress. I regret that such words were spoken in your presence. I regret they were spoken at all. Her tone barely changes, but a subtle reprimand seems to crack the young woman's face like a whip. It pains to see an old student of mine behaving so. Oh, you were in the brothel of... Well, seeing the scars and think you did not do intellectual lust. Hex, were you the slave of, Kimaxiata-tongue? Holy heck. She frowns and regains her composure. In any event, mistress, what brings you out of the establishment? Some errand. These are my companions that I'm traveling with. I would expect the same courtesy given to them as you have given to me. Such is a hallmark and the responsibility of those noble-born. And I glares at Grace and Sarhava furiously. Yeah, she probably doesn't even like it actually. The Fall from Grace just fought her fight for her. Sarhava bows low, then allow me to excuse myself with an apology, Mistress Grace, to you and your companions. My words were ill-chosen. 'Tis the drink that caused me to speak such rubbish, and I'm filled with shame for having belittled myself so before my teacher of old. She bows, turns, and leaves. Well, I guess we don't have a fight coming up our way. That seems to be the case of it.
I'm gone.
Oh, we were to talk to this lady because of the sender. This stern-looking older woman seems to be looking for someone. Her eyes fix upon your face as you approach her. You there, might I have a word with you? Yes, you're Yomi, correct? I spoke to your messenger.
Updated my journal.
I'm pleased to meet you then, she gives a slight bow. I would make you a somewhat unusual proposal, though you must admit you are an unusual man. I will give you 1,000 copper commons for your permission to kill you. Are you open to discussion on the matter? But why? Jomi doesn't bat an eyelash, but why not? Even thought it might be an interesting experience. Sensates. Paying someone for the privilege of murdering them. When I first heard rumors of your existence, how could I resist? So what's your answers? Shall we discuss the matter in greater detail? One moment. Where did you hear these rumors? By the way, here and not here as in location. Grammatical error. Joey frowns. One hears all sorts of things in the festival. How could one not eventually hear of a man like you? Again I ask, will you consider my proposal? Well, I couldn't use the money, so yes, let's work out the details. After a short discussion, it comes down to the following terms. Yomi will pay you 1,000 copper coins. In return, you will allow her to drive her dagger into your heart. She will wait for you to awaken, at which point she will give you the coin. Do you agree to this then? Let's do it. The affair is over in moments. She's already cleaned her blade and put it away by the time you've recovered. After picking herself up off the festival floor, Yomi hands you several rolls of copper coins while you rub your aching chest. Somewhat disappointing, I must admit. Ah well, coin well spent nonetheless. Farewell. Yes. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
By the way, I just realized something. We need not be here, or actually we want to be here, but we need something to do in the meantime.
Done.
Yes, we need to go to Lower Sigil because Juliet had her lover Montague. And Montague, well, we need to bring him a fake love letter, and for that we need to go to Pen's Skull, which is in the lower ward, which is over here. So let's go to Pen's Skull. If he doesn't teleport me out again, because he did throw me out the last time. Oh dear, have you kept a friend of me again? He seems surprisingly unconcerned. I had a few questions for you. Actually, how did you teleport me? Trade secret. Did you actually want something, or were you coming in to bluster some more? No, I had a few questions, actually. Do they have to do with work? I'd like you to print up a love letter for me. A love letter, eh? Fine, it will cost you though. Let's call it, 100 common coins. You look desperate for this. How about a discount? He barks out a single syllable of laughter. I don't think so, friend. 100 copper coins or nothing. Here you go. He takes your money, thinks for a moment, and selects a perfumed sheet of paper from a drawer in the desk. He scribes a few vacuous, love-struck lines on it in a flowery, elegant script. This will do, I'm sure. It will, for all. Dang, I could have done that. Well, I paid more or less 100 copper commons for a scented sheet of paper and a few words. That was the most expensive 100 copper coins I have, but then again, he didn't throw me out yet again. So I guess I win.
All right.
Or I don't lose enough. Too much. Yeah, let's just call it that one. So let's see here. We handled you.
I'm gone.
We will talk to you in a moment. But where is this man? There he is, Montague. This handsome young woman seems lost in thought, his brow furrowed and slightly frowned upon his lips. Greetings. And to thee, Sir Hill, what dost thou wish of me? Are you Montague? I need to speak with you about Juliet. Oh. He gives you a puzzled, slightly suspicious look. Over they're speaking at the brothel. She is having an affair, you know. Thou speaks falsely. I would have thee present me proof before I took thy claim as true. Well, I also found these letters. Here, read them. He takes the letters and reads them over. Alas, 'tis true. She has found another who loves her passionately. Ah, heartache is a sensate's fate, I think. I shall move on to another love, and let this other suitor have her, considering the passion of his word. Whoa! You give her that quickly? Personally, I wouldn't. If I was a lady and heard that my man would give me up that quickly for just thinking and giving a letter, I would slap his head and arse from the left corner of the house to the right corner of the house. Holy shite! But alright, wait, this was all ruse. Huh? What is this thou speak of? She's trying to trick you into being more passionate. And why did she not simply say something? This way may have been easier for her. But I had thought we could talk about everything. Perhaps this was something that, by its very nature, could not be spoken about. What wouldst thou recommend me do, sir? No, turn about and guess, otherwise it's not very interesting for her, though I wouldn't call it fair play. I say ignore the chit, act distant and unconcerned, that will spice things up considerably. Truly? Trust me, kids, start ignoring her, create some friction, leave them wondering, and they'll be clawing over to discover what the matter is, right, Chief? Yes? So think something is wrong, and for once he'll be playing the game rather than being the target. I like the sound of that very much. Good luck. I hope it works out. Farewell. And a farewell to thee as well, sir. Now I have some things to attend to. Should we meet again, we might speak more of the matter. Montague bows and turns to go.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Wow, telling a man how to, well, not cheat, but
All right.
make his life turn that way. Makes well, Dakan over here more wisely.
In enduring, grow strong.
Hello, Quasi. I need to talk to you. This is a life-sized granite statue of a gentleman standing with his arms at his sides, eyes closed. It is an excellent craftsmanship, exquisitely detailed and incredibly lifelike. So much so, in fact, that you find yourself wondering if this is a real statue at all. Greetings. The statue makes no response. Chief, you've seen statues before, right? Know that they don't talk or anything? Consider this, Mort. You're a floating, talking skull who's denying the possibility of a living statue. Well, Me there, boss. That I do. Mort, now I'll just have to touch you for a moment. You touch the statue and find that while the clothes that adorn it are grey and cloth rather than rock, the skin is as cool and hard as granite. Why would someone clothe a statue? Maybe it's a little too anatomically correct, Chief. It was a rhetorical question, Mort. Sure, boss, I knew that. Well, normally I wouldn't advise anyone to strike a granite statue because, trust me, you will be on the losing end of striking it. It will hurt, but this is the plains. As you make to strike the statue, its eyes flash open and it catches your fist in an iron-hard grip. Narrowing its cold grey eyes, it speaks with a voice like two boulders grinding together. Why would you strike Quisai? Forgive me, I only meant to see if you were truly a statue. He nods, slowly frowning. You are forgiven. However, one feels you are lacking patience. Really? Well, perhaps I have some... But... questions? The statue remains as silent as ever. Hello? Hello, my question. Alright, guess I'll wait up for a response. After all, you said I wasn't patient enough. Keep on waiting. Minutes pass. Keep waiting more. After all, this is an Earth genocide. Somebody that has been infused with the power of the plane of Earth, and they are slow to move, but they are very, very, well, resilient. The statue's eyes open. He gazes at you with cold grey eyes. He speaks ponderously, with a voice like two boulders grinding together. Yes, we already knew that. Your patience is noted. Quisai would speak with you now. Mort rolls his eyes and makes a gagging noise. Powers? No, not another bird that talks like this. Thank you, Mort. That's some questions about you, to be honest. After a period of silence, he speaks. Ask. Who are you? I am called Quisai. Yes, but what are you exactly? That should be the obvious question I am asking. One is of the race called Stone Princess. Quisai is Genasi of Earth.
Updated my journal.
Genasi? He nods proudly. Quisai's father, an elemental creature of Earth. A Dao. Quisai's mother, a human woman of noble heritage. Such is what is to be Genasi of Earth. Right, and what do you do here? Well, he meditates, and Quisai also trains others in the art of combat. What were you meditating upon? The way of the stone. And what is the way of the stone then? A philosophical, a method for combat. With it, Quisai seeks to achieve invulnerability. Well, invulnerability, you would be unbeatable in combat. Yes, now the way is not yet perfect. Quisai will make it so one day, but Quisai knows this. Can you tell me what you've discovered so far? Quisai nods. No one has asked Quisai to share his knowledge of the way. Quisai shall do this now. He begins to speak at length, slowly and carefully. Listen and learn the way of the stone.
Updated my journal.
And with that, we permanently lose one armor class, and that is a good thing because in the rules of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, you want as low an armor class as possible, unlike as high as possible, which is in well the current D&D versions, up to from 3 to now 5, and well most other role-playing games you want it as high as possible. Well, that was D&D for you. Low armor class and attack 02, hit armor class 0. Confusing as heck, but it was the way that I learned roleplay. After hours of listening and many questions, you come to understand what little of Quasai's way of the stone he can teach you. In combat you will use it to resist and deflect your enemy's blows, improving your armor class. So I have some questions about you. You are, what do you do here? Can you train me? He looks you up and down, makes a rumbling noise. Slowly he holds up his hand and breaks off his fingernails with a sharp crack. Quasai would see you break the stone. He hands you the shard of living rock. Well, let's try it. But I have a lot of strength. With some effort you snap the shard of rock in two. He takes the stone from you and places them in his mouth, chewing them to dust with a harsh cracking sounds. Quasai finds you physically suitable. Quasai would ask, why do you seek training? Well, to defend myself. After all, I believe that's the way he likes it. Quasai finds no need for melee then. What do you mean? Quasai means to say that there are many ways to do these things. One may steal an opponent's weapon, leaving them defenseless. But a battle must still be fought. To rely on theft is a mistake. It's asking, why are you not a rogue? After a time he nods. One may hide. If one cannot be seen, one cannot be attacked. One is invulnerable. But no thief has mastered stealth to such a degree. And some foes can't be hidden from. Your scent and very thoughts will give you away. After a short while he nods again, but mighty spells can smite many foes more quickly than any blade. Major are like a flask of flaming oil, powerful but once spend nothing. They are physically deficient. Their spells merely crunches against the deficiency. When one sorcery is spent, the core of combat still remains. And because we can maneuver him philosophically, we gain another 10,000 experience. He smiles slightly, making a deepling sound in the throat. Quasai finds you fit to teach. Meet Quasai in the training chamber. I'll be there shortly. We will
stronger.
Never arrive there. But well, we just even gained a level thanks to that. That is quite good. Because, well, we are starting to accrue quite a bit. And because we are leveling our mage, we can average time now spend points in intelligence and wisdom. And I mainly have been cracking up wisdom because, well, wisdom, a substantial bonus to all earned experience points. Yes, that will become even higher and higher and higher until we would reach 25, but I'm not going to max it out right now because there are going to come items that I think boost your wisdom by 3 or what have you not. Quite significantly at least, and we already have, I think, the one of +2? No, that's Revelation, that one, yeah, that's the right one. So, I think I will boost it 2 more points to 22 wisdom. And then I will quit and will continue with my intelligence, or, well, perhaps I will start cracking up dexterity and constitution, but a little bit more intelligence would also be good. Like 22 intelligence, 22 wisdom, and then crank up the rest. That is more or less the idea.
Alright.
But we have even more things to do. For instance, this guy. Mertwin the Headless. And that is literal. It's clear that something very wrong with this man. The way he lurches about, bumping into things, staring off blankly into space. Actually, we have already seen him bump into things, and, well, we just caught him as he bumped into something else. As you approach him, you will at last realize his plight. He's headless. The thing on his shoulder is merely a skillful carved wood prosthesis. The thing you get when you lose a limb, arm, leg, or... I know it's called prosthetics, but now I see this word and now I'm curious how to pronounce this. Prosthesis? I have no idea. A fool's head. I am so sorry. Greetings. The headless body stops fumbling for a moment and pauses. His hand begins to reach out as if trying to feel exactly where you are. Oh. I rather like little women touching me, but guess man, I welcome as well to feel my scars and let it touch you. After a moment, his fingers brush your forearm. It clutches your arm and follows it up to the shoulder and then your head. As it feels your face and head, its hands brush over the neck as if it were checking for something. Finally, it grabs your head and shakes it vigorously in greeting. You notice that its skin is cold and slightly clammy. Can you understand me? The figure makes a series of hand motions, then waits for a response. It seems like it's asking a question. What? don't understand. The headless body taps its foot for a moment, scratching the chin of its prosthetic. And there we go, and now of course all of a sudden I can pronounce it. Prosthetic head. I don't know. No, but because that's prosthetic, not... prosthesis? I don't know. Prosthetic head. Suddenly it raises a finger as if struck by an idea. It points at you, then at the eyes of the wooden head. Then at you again. It then indicates its wooden head with both hands, shrugs, and points at you. No, I haven't seen your head anywhere. Even if you don't have enough intelligence, you cannot even understand that pantomime. The body shrugs, slumps a bit, and turns the ball off. Well, let's do that quickly. Let's get him his head, because I know exactly where it is, even if, well, we don't know actually. But I know. We are going to get... Thank you. Down here. Near Vrishka. Vrishka. With her lovely, lovely stump, but for once it's not her that has such a thing in her hands. We want to talk to this fellow, the Thug Boss. The young but well-muscled Thug, while certainly well-armed and large enough to be a danger, seems awfully clean for a typical street thug. Street tough. That's what... For a typical street tough. That's not logical, but that's what stands there. He's carrying a massive axe in one hand and a steel box in the other. As you near him, he puffs and scowls at you. What are you looking at, sod? Pike off before I have to scrag you. Scrag? What in the 9 planes of Beta are you talking about, you idiot? Scrag's nagged, nipped, and yanked by the hardheads, you clueless adult code Burk. He glares daggers at Anna, but says nothing. You do seem a little well groomed for a thug. Stop shaking your bone bugs, Letterhead. This is my territory, and you'll be leaving it quick if you don't want my bloods to tear you apart. Anna snickers, shaking her head. Rattle, you sod. I think I said that. Shaking your bone box. Yeah, I think I... Did I? I think I did rattling your bone box just by myself. Well, I am so well adapted already to sickle speak. Rattle, you sod. Rattling your bone box. It is. It's so like to see how long you... I would so like to see how long you last. Dropped smack in the middle of the hive, acting as you are. And then turns to you. Come on, let's be off. Not wasting our time with this wee-stamped basher would be. His face flushes angrily as he gnashes his teeth in frustration. That's it, you've been piking asked for it. Get in, bloods. He raises his axe and leaps to the attack. Well, let's fight. Yes, thanks to Anna, you cannot even avoid this attack. Otherwise, you actually can, more or less, I think, persuade him out of it or something like that. I know there is at least somewhat of a way out of it. So, you will do that. We have totally, actually, you realized, not really... I think I froze him. Yes, I did, with the blue ball. There we go.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Perfect. And as we will bring down the people, we have a steel box. Wonder what's in the box. Don't you wonder what's in the box? I'm sure you're wondering what's in the box. Let me first split the loot again. Oh, I'll do that off camera. I just want everybody to have the same things, as you may remember, because that's the easier way to, well, have things sold later on. Hence, that's why I'm doing it. I know that Dakan holds the spells, but that's not everything. There we go. As we found this box, let's, well, talk to the item, because this sturdy steel box has a thick leather handle on the top, but there's no apparent way to open the thing. It appears to be welded shut. There are a number of very narrow slits along one side, though you can't quite see into the box through them. A sickling, sweet, rotting smell wafts out from the slits. The sturdy steel box... well, we just read all that. As you examine the container more closely, it shifts slightly in your hands. Something moved inside it. There's a man's voice from within. Who there? Is someone there by chance? My name's Murdwin. Anyone? Hill? Yes. Greetings. Thank the powers. Have you seen my body, perchance? It's hard to miss him. Stumbles about with a silly wooden head on his shoulder. He must have worn his feet down to stubs looking for me by now. Yes, in the Civic Festival? My good fortune, then. Could I persuade you to return me to him, good sir? Oh, yes, I'll do that for you.
Updated my journal.
Oh, splendid. I thank you kindly, then, sir. If you don't mind now, we'll hold off speaking any further until I'm with my body again. Alright, farewell. Okay. The planes move in mysterious ways. I like it. Hello, Branda. I have to admit, I kind of forgot what she does. I think she has some minor thing with a shop and then something else. But first, of course, let's finish this quest and then end the episode.
All
Where
right.
is your headless body? There it is, Murtwin the Headless. Oh. This must be his body. Murtwin's voice suddenly echoes from within the steel box. Oh, there it is. That's my body. Stay there, old chum. Over here. The body shovels towards you, reaching out towards the steel box containing Murtwin's head. Oh, allow Murtwin's body to take it, of
Updated
course.
my journal.
Don't want to keep that thing any longer. Ah, much better. I thank you, good sir. I imagine my body here was getting a bit restless without me. The body hugs the steel box tightly. Yes, I missed you too. The body tucks the case under its arm and bows to you. And as for you, good sir, you certainly deserve some sort of reward for your trouble. Let's see what I've got now. The body fumbles about in its pocket and finding nothing there in its tunic. Finally, it presents you with a several handful of copper coins. Alright. I had one question, if I may. Certainly, ask whatever you like. How did you end up the way you are? I am not really sure, really. The body set me down in one of the lecture halls, and the next thing I knew, somebody had absconded with me. And the next thing I remember was being picked up by you. But what I meant was, how did you lose your head? The body stiffens visibly. We don't like to talk about it. Quite horribly, really. What's past is past. No need to dredge it up. Though I will say, I'm in the box because my head's not quite as presentable as my body, if you get my meaning. Well, that's all I wish to know. Farewell! And with that, I say, I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.